Hey guys, this is Lewis from L&B Productions. Today I want to go over how to install the Salient theme, some best practices to do at the very beginning. I'm going to show you how to set up your home directory page and your blog page, so you'll need that to get started and start working on Salient as soon as possible. I'll also show you how to install it, along with working on the header for Salient. Some tips on the header, some tips on the footer, and how to install these social media icons on the footer. Okay, so we're going to go through all that pretty quick here. I just want to give you a couple of tips just to make things easier so that you can get started working on Salient right out the gate quicker. The first thing to do, obviously, is to download your Salient after you purchase it. Download all files and documentation. I like to do that. Just an old habit, but you never know when you may see something new that you'll need to use. Okay, so after you download the zip file, unpack it, obviously. Should look something like this afterwards. Then you just double click and it becomes a folder. Then go to in your WordPress panel, go to your themes option. Then I want you to choose file. Mine's already on Themeforest, but you would go to your downloads if you have a Mac or even PC. Downloads, upload this file, salient.zip. Install now. Okay, and then you click activate. Awesome. Okay, so this is a new thing with Salient, and this is a new thing with Envato. Basically, it's not a big deal. It's just they're just making everybody just separate all the different elements of what they offer, and being the amazing author that Theme Nectar is, he's actually made it better overall. I mean, he's made it as easy as possible for you. So basically, all you do is just begin installing plugins. And you'll really want all of these, but Envato just give them the option not to. That's why he's separated all these out. But you really want all of them, most of the time. I mean, like 99% of the time. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to do the demo importer. You don't have to do any of that. But I use a home slider. I use a Nectar slider. I use demo importer. I use shortcodes. I use social, the widgets. So I would. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. Then you click. My bad. You click install. Okay, and then you've seen that they've all installed successfully. Then you go to plugins, installed plugins. Begin activating. So sorry, you click that again, and see he's done that for you, which is badass. You click all, apply, and they are successfully activated. Okay, so now you should have the full power of Salient at your hands, like Thanos. Right? Okay, bad joke. So, okay, let's go to Salient. Let's import the demo content. Okay, so then afterwards, after it's done installing, go to the Salient tab and you should see Demo Importer. If you don't see it, then just go to your home page to refresh, and then it should be there afterwards, right? So you should go to Salient, go to Demo Importer, and then choose your demo, basically. I'm gonna go with one that I've never done before because it sounds good. Which one have I not done before? Okay, I've never done the blog magazine, so I'm just going to give it a shot. And the demo content import, I would click all. That way you have the full power of the demo. Okay, awesome. So it is imported. After it's done, then what you want to do, okay, so the first thing that you want to do, because if you go to visit site, you'll see it's like, what is this? It's the demo's important. You can kind of see some of the stuff. It's cool, but it's like, wait, hold on a second. I should see the demo page, right? Okay, so the reason for that is that you have to configure the home page and configure the post page. So it'll make sense in just a second. So you go to settings, reading, and then that's why your home page displays your latest post. So that's why you're seeing that. You're seeing the kind of like a blog feed. What you want to do is you want to go to click a static page, then I would click the magazine blog landing page. But if it was a larger demo or more, there would be more options, but you would look for the home page, or it should say landing page. Right, so I'm just gonna click the about for now, but later on you would just make a menu item in the menus, and you would add blog to the menu, to the top navigation, and then you would put that in there, and then you would save, and that way whenever it clicks blog, or you click over to the blog, it goes to the right page, and you can utilize the blog functions. But now let's go to the header, because now when we click into this, we should see the landing page of what we saw in the preview of the demo, which we do. Looks cool. I dig it. Very nice. But say now you want to take Salient out of the header, right? Because you want to use your own. So let's go to dashboard, then go to Salient, then go to header navigation. This is where things can get a little tricky for some people, and I completely understand why. Because sometimes when you remove this, right, and then you upload, and you're like, okay, so say you remove that, then you upload your own, and then you go back, and then you're like, so we'll go to the home page, and you remove it, and it's still like either not there, or it's just not showing up in the right place. So the reason for that is the transparency header effect, okay? Because sometimes if it's up high like this, right, because this is transparent, so this may be one of the ones that would do that, you have to remove all of these. See? You have to remove all these, and then you have to upload the you have to upload the normal version and a darker version of that, so that whenever it goes, like it uses opacity, it doesn't have like so say your logo is white, and then it's a default white, but if it uses the opacity, then that means that this needs to be black, so that if it's over an opaque background, it will show up. So that's why Salient makes you do both. So you want to do the dark version, and then you want to do like the lighter version here, and that's what you would upload. So you need to upload a light version and a dark version, and then you also need to upload a logo here. So I'm going to do that real quick, which is our logo, L&B Productions logo. Okay, so we found our logo. I'm going to use a different one because I think it would be cool than we usually do, or I like that one. That's pretty dope. But no, let's do this one. Okay, and the other big thing is use a PNG. Do not use a JPEG. I repeat, use a PNG, please. The reason is that if you want that cool transparency header effect, you have to use a PNG. You can't use a JPEG. The reason is that the PNG has transparency, JPEG does not. Okay. Let me know in the comments below if anybody has trouble with that concept or needs help with that specifically. I can show you how to do that, as well as where you can do that for your logo. Anyways, just use a PNG if you don't already know. I'm assuming most of you will, but just wanted to explain it. And the Retina logo is you also want to upload a much higher resolution, obviously 2 times the size of your standard logo, so that it keeps it super crisp on larger screens. So let's go ahead and do that. Or let's refresh, see what that does. Okay, yep, that's it. Now, we can obviously, once we upload the light or dark version, it would go from light to dark using the transparency. So if this happens and it's like too freaking small, then you want to increase the height. And it's important to keep the padding in mind as well. This may be too big. Damn, that was pretty close. Okay. And then, so if I make it larger, then obviously I want the padding to be a bit smaller, because the padding will space things out. It will make things, well, it'll put padding everywhere. And I think that looks pretty good right there. That looks awesome. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question about the headers. So let's move over on the footer. The footer, I've already done a more in-depth video on it, on exactly how to do it, which I'll link in the description below. But I would recommend either 3 columns or 4 columns, and then this is where you would actually put the social media icons of where you want them. So it's a little confusing because it's not in social media. Like, so for them to appear on your footer, the social media icons, these things, or there we go, right? You need them. You need to check them here. So Facebook, Twitter, Google. What social media does, what this page is basically linking them. So you would put the links in this place, and then that's where and then Salient feeds that link to where these are, where they show, wherever they show. So that's how you do social media icons. So hopefully that makes sense. I also like to do a footer reveal effect. I think it looks really badass. I personally like to do a small drop shadow. And this is good to disable the automatic copyright, because that can be really annoying. And then you kind of create your own, where it's all rights reserved, copyright protected, 2019, something like that. Save changes. If you don't want to deal with it at all, you can disable it, but I like to use it, especially since we're web designers ourselves. Refresh. Okay, all rights reserved, right? Okay, then if you're a designer, obviously I would put design by. So there it is. I hope this helped. Here's the demo content imported. I try to show you around as much as possible for the new update, because I know that that was probably a little confusing to a lot of people. And I'll show you the header, footer. So hopefully this helps. Please let me know in the comments if you have any other things that you'd like to see that I would love to help with. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm super excited for this channel, and really hope you guys will give me some feedback so I can learn how to help you more. So until next time, see you soon.